Okay, guys, so it's a long time coming, but I'm here. So, welcome to the Roadhouse Remake review by fucking Amazon. And yeah, um, if you were looking for a remastered version of the original of the essence of the original have anything in link with the original where you are astray because it's not happening here. I don't know what the fuck happened. I know this movie was in development hell for a long time. At the beginning, they wanted a MMA fighter. They wanted Ronda Rousey, but she fell in disfavor for some reason because she lost some fights. I guess doesn't make any sense to me because she's a great fighter. But yeah, here we are with Jake Gyllenhaal and Conor McGregor. So, what is the stance in all of this shit? Um, well, first of all, it's not the Double Deuce anymore. The Double Deuce is just a restaurant in the background, and so it's just a roadhouse. And when Jake Gyllenhaal makes like tells like what's why the roadhouse? She says it's a road house. Get it? Nah, I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Because the roadhouse was a place of infamy, chaos, and fucking needing for a savior. And that that is what this remake doesn't get at all. At all. Not a single sentence, not a single punch move, not a single choreography, not a single music, not a single character, not a single any fucking thing. Nothing at all. So, I don't know why. Jake Gyllenhaal has made his two last films were shit. Ambulance with Michael Bay was fucking bullshit. It was bad at all. And this movie is even worse because it spits on the original. And I love the original with Patrick Swayze. I thought he made a great character, and Sam Elliott made a great mentor, and the lore and the integration of characters, the fights were so iconic. The coolest of cooler was so iconic that it just brought a smile to my face. Every time I watch it, I'm smiling. I'm getting pumped up, and for someone that loves martial arts, it was like this guy does Tai Chi in a farm, but it's always a joy to see how he works, how he thinks, and everything in everything else. So, why should you watch this movie? I think if you have a dozen of balls somewhere and you don't know what the fuck to do with your life, I'd say yeah, give it a watch because not that you have to, but if you're a fan of the original, you kind of have to be to see how it sucks, and it sucks a fucking pit dry. It sucks that much. Yeah, it sucks a fucking. It sucks. So, Jake Gyllenhaal miscast. I mean, yeah, he got all muscled up and chiseled and really ripped off, and yeah, every time. But it's been like this since 2005's Batman Begins and the Matrix movies. Actors have to get ripped now. Have to get out. They have to get their own choreography right. They have to get their own. The stuntmen aren't needed anymore after that era. So here we are with in 2024. I mean, God. I mean, what are you looking in a Roadhouse movie? You're looking for lore, because what is Roadhouse? Is the coolest cola in the business, being recruited by a bar owner in whatever fucking small town that doesn't know, and that he comes with a shitty car with lots of old tires in the trunk, because he knows his tires is gonna get knifed off, and after a night of work. It's all that lore, it's all that subtleties that were making it so great, and that were making the character sees in advance what the consequences of his actions is gonna go, where it's gonna go and where it's gonna get. And the love story that was very simple but very organic, because where does a bouncer is going to end up? In a hospital. Where do you meet great looking or great mind women? In the hospital, whether it be nurses or doctors, or you're gonna get someone worthy of your time in a hospital, of course, because you're a bouncer. You deal with knives and punches and everything, and that was the great thing. When Patrick Swayze got knifed, he didn't say a fucking word. He went into the fucking bathroom and he sewed himself up. And the rest of the time he read philosophy, and he slept on a farm and doing Tai Chi in the morning and doing hitting the bag with Sam Elliott, with a great mentor. This movie doesn't even have a mentor. I mean, what the fuck? You make a Roadhouse sequel, a Roadhouse remake, and you don't even have a mentor? You have a great problem right from the start. It doesn't make any sense. Because that was the charm of it. That was the charm of these movies back days. And we don't have that anymore. And that's why it's more of a rant, because fucking hell. And Jake Gyllenhaal, what the fuck are you doing? If you want to do push-ups and sit-ups all day just to do a movie and do zero character work and zero development, zero research, and zero charisma, I'm sure there's 1,000 movies that lands on your doorstep every fucking day. Why this one? I knew this was supposed to be a cinema release that didn't get it, and I understand why, because being a long time Amazon subscriber, I'm gauging the quality of the material that goes in, and this is a run-of-the-mill remake Amazon baseless movie that should not go anywhere else, and I don't think anybody should pay a cent for it in theaters. So it made nothing of a sense. Amazon people must have seen it, excuse me, and they must have said, like, what the fuck, this movie is bad. we won't lose any money in theaters, so we're just gonna release it on our platform and excuse me, there shall be it. So yeah. So Jake Gyllenhaal doesn't have even the name of the character right. It's Elwood Dalton instead of Rick Dalton. I'm like, are you writers? Are you feeling special? Like, are you telling yourself every night, oh, I made Elwood Dalton, not Rick Dalton, so I'm like, oh, I'm like having such a boner of not getting the right name of the right character, the right legacy. Are you feeling alright about that? Because if you do, you have a fucking major psychiatric problem. Fucking hell. I mean, Jesus Christ, guys. I'm trying to stay humble here, but... Okay, so, what are you looking for in a Roadhouse remake? Great philosophy, great character in Dalton. You want to be your Voyager, your you want to be your life source, going through this story, going through violence, through love, through injustice, through corruption, and through all of that. So what do we have here? You have a character that just presents himself, is here, as I understood, mainly for the money. It's never clearly explained, but they make at least 2 or 3 scenes that he's receiving his paycheck, and it's like, okay, but why is he here? What's the interest? Why is he here? And there's no answer. And much of the time he spends at the iconic, of course they call it Roadhouse in the remake, but it's the Double Deuce. We all know it's the Double Deuce, but it's Roadhouse now. Okay, whatever the fuck yourself. And it's like, he's like, he used to be like, when Patrick Swayze had a friend, a blind friend that was playing music behind a cage in the original, you felt sentimental, you felt something emotional about that, you felt a connection, and you felt why he was protecting this place so much, because it was part of his soul. Here, there's no soul, there's no love, there's no musician. They do partake in a lot of great indie music. I found that attracting, but what the fuck? What's the point in a pointless movie? So Jake Gyllenhaal just smiling, blah blah blah. Yeah, I have a knife in the abdomen, but who the fuck cares? Yeah, I have to learn from it. Yeah, he never learns from it. He never has any consequences. He never has anything. You just have a big open fucking wound, and when the fucking nurse or doctor says, hey, you should fucking close that wound, I'm gonna do it, he says, oh no, that's alright. He says, yeah. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ. A knife penetrated you. You don't feel shit? Are you fucking kidding me? God damn. And finally, I just closed the martial arts section of this review. Everybody that spits on Conor McGregor for his bad acting, I don't agree, because Conor McGregor went like a badass, playing a badass, a corrupt badass maybe, but a special enemy and a crazy kind of guy. against Dalton, and it's just he's the one that built the staff, and he's like, Dalton. It's like bringing him in. It's like it's funny. It's like a mix of funny and ridiculous, but it works. And I felt that in this simpleton of a movie, of characters, of actors, of deliveries, and of dialogue, Conor McGregor isn't the craziest thing to throw in, and it works. It worked quite well. So, if you want to say that Conor McGregor is a bad actor or whatever, or is a one-note thing, or I say, well, what did you expect? And I think, no, I thought he did his job in the movie he was asked to do, because that was the whole tone of the movie, was this. And all this little subtleties you want to throw in about Dalton being traumatized by his days in the UFC and everything else, the little subtleties you get every 20 minutes about his past, and he doesn't want to talk about it, and he just smiles and just I don't care, and an alligator is eating someone in the background, and I don't see the problem. So tell me, because I cannot tell. So if you want a UFC star to star in your movie, I don't see a problem. Sue me. I don't see it. Yeah, and one last thing that really pissed me off, and it's in the martial arts realm, is the knife fight. It's very short. It's a small little thing in the movie, but in the first scenes of Dalton getting acquainted with the other bouncers in the bar, he tells the younger bouncer, yeah, he's got the guy's got a knife hidden in his shirt, so when he goes to knife you, just take a step back and punch him in the face. And he goes there, push him back. The guy draws his knife, tries to knife him. The guys take it back and punch him in the face. And it's like, it's the most stupid rendition of a knife fight I have ever seen or ever heard in my fucking lifetime. So please, for all of our sakes, if you see a knife, don't laugh at it, run, and don't engage if you can, because knives are so fucking deadly, can cut you into pieces with a single swing of the hand. And I thought it was so disrespectful. I mean, for people in Amazon that have billions of dollars, and I have, resources like trainers and martial arts specialists and everything. It's like, really, guys? Really? That's how we're gonna... And it's not even... When it's Dalton, Jake Gyllenhaal in a knife fight, you just do a... it's I don't know the jiu-jitsu name per se, but it's a wrist break. When he has a knife in his hand, you break his wrist. But I mean, it's it's ridiculous because contrast that to the first time Dalton has to deal with a knife in the original Roadhouse. He appears from nowhere, he grabs the guy's hand like it's fucking tomorrow, like a fucking silo of fucking asphalt, and he fucking twerks it and breaks the guy's head on the table and squirt his arm off, takes the knife away, and like escort the gentleman out. That's it. That's a serious knife defense. And again, when you see a knife later in the movie, in the original, he's not panicked, but he's on all his fours, and it's like his hand raised and everything, and he knows how dangerous it is. He goes through the window, he gets cut on the side, and it's really serious. It's not a joke, and it's chaotic, and even if he's a great fighter, it stays real for professionals that have to deal with this in real life, like real bouncer does. I don't know what is a real bouncer's business, but for a spectacle as much as the original Roadhouse was, and the thing that was intrigued in the owner of the city and his vile intentions on all the proprietors of several small businesses and his henchmen, and the fact that Dalton was right out the stream of water and was doing Tai Chi in the morning, and the business owners like doesn't comprehend it. It's like, yeah, that's the dichotomy between the two, because they are the antithesis of each other, and that's why they are enemies, and that's how that works in this particular story, and that's why Patrick Swayze, with all his charm and authenticity, made it great, and that's why Jake Gyllenhaal clearly failed, or the movie failed, or I don't know who failed, but a lot of people failed. So I'll leave this with you guys. Like I said, if you have a couple of these that want to absolutely turn your brain off, if you're a fan of Jake Gyllenhaal and want to absolutely watch all of his movies like I do, go give it a try, but you won't be surprised or inspired at all. So thanks for watching. I know it's been a while, but I hope you're standing great up there, and see you next time.